Welcome to Hard Time Sports. I'm Matthew Schneider. This topic is my NFL picks week 6. Week 6 of the NFL. We are a third of the way done with this season. So here are my picks for week 6. For tonight's first game, October 12th, between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers just for the fact the game is at home, at Carolina. If it was in Philly, I would take the Eagles. So I'm going to take the home team in this one, led by Cam Newton, the Panthers, versus Carson Wentz and the Eagles. So I'm going to take the Panthers over the Eagles because they're at home. Now let's go to October 15th games. For week 6. Let's start off with the first game on Sunday. You have the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Chicago Bears because the Chicago Bears are starting a rookie quarterback in only his second career start. He didn't play that good against the Minnesota Vikings. He did throw a touchdown, made a few boneheaded decisions, and I think the Ravens will take advantage of it. More experience, plus it's in Baltimore, and he's not going to go on the road and win his first game in the NFL on a road game. So I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Chicago Bears. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday, the 15th. You have the winless Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. That's a no-brainer. Houston Texans will beat the Browns handily. Cleveland Browns, like I said before, and I'll say it again, are going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL for the next 5 or 6 years. So I'm going to take the Houston Texans, led by Deshaun Watson, who will probably go out and throw for 400 yards or 300 yards, whatever, have 3 or 4 touchdowns, and they'll destroy the Cleveland Browns at home. So I'm going to take Houston. Now to the next game on Sunday. You have the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings probably have a better defense, but Green Bay Packers have a better quarterback, and the situation at quarterback with the Vikings is unsolved. I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers, and I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to go into Minnesota and to beat the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to take the Packers. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Detroit Lions at the New Orleans Saints. That's another one that's a tough call. The Saints started off bad. They played good. They were on a bye last week. Detroit looked bad for the first 3 quarters against the Panthers. Came out in the fourth quarter, but it was too little too late. And I think the Saints are going to win against the Lions because it's in New Orleans. So I'm going to take the Saints over the Lions. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Miami Dolphins at the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons didn't play last week. They had a bye. The game before that, they lost. They're going to come back from their bye on a vengeance. Plus, Miami's not very good. They don't score many points. And for Miami to beat the Falcons, they're going to score at least 30. They're not going to do it. So I'm going to take the Atlanta Falcons to beat the Dolphins. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the New England Patriots at the New York Jets. They're both tied with the same record. But I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Jets. They always do. Probably going to somehow, some way, still win a division at the end of the day. I'm going to take the New England Patriots led by Tom Brady versus, I couldn't even tell you who the Jets quarterback is because it's a nobody. I'm going to take the Patriots to beat the Jets. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the winless San Francisco 49ers at the Washington Redskins. That's a no-brainer. I'm going to take the Washington Redskins to beat the 49ers after Washington is coming off of their bye. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Arizona Cardinals. Buccaneers didn't play good last week. Cardinals didn't play good last week. Carson Palmer's over the hill, almost 40. I think the young start Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Arizona and beat them. Should be a close game. Maybe not, but I still think Tampa Bay will win that game. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Los Angeles Rams at the Jaguars. Tough test for the Rams to stop Leonard Fournette. Quarterback Blake Bortles doesn't need to do much for Jacksonville. Just hand the ball to the rookie. Play good defense. I think they can beat the Rams. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars to beat the Rams at home. Even though the Rams are a surprising 3-2 this year, I still think the Jaguars will beat the Rams. Now, let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are the only undefeated team left in the NFL this season after 5 weeks, and I think it will continue, and the Chiefs will go to 6-0 as they will beat the Steelers because the Steelers last week played lousy when Ben Roethlisberger had 5 interceptions and 2 pick sixes against the Jaguars. So I'm going to take the Chiefs over the Steelers. No brainer. Now let's go to the next game on Sunday. You have the LA Chargers at the Raiders. Raiders started off 2-0. Now they're 2-3. Chargers finally won their first game last week over the Giants, but it's at Oakland. And as of I just read a little bit earlier, it looks like Derek Carr may be ready to go for the Raiders. If so, I think the Raiders will beat the Chargers at home, so I'm going to take the Raiders. Now let's go to Sunday Night Football. You have the winless Giants at the Denver Broncos. Broncos are 3-1, coming off of their bye. I think the Broncos will beat the Giants. Giants have a polluted roster. They have no wide receivers right now. If they sign some guys, it won't matter. The Broncos' defense is too strong, too good, and it's at Denver. I'm going to take the Denver Broncos to beat the New York Giants, and that'll put the New York Giants at a whopping 0 wins and 6 losses after Week 6. Looks like the Giants will be in the running for the number 1 pick in the draft coming up in April. Now, let's go to Monday night, October 16th, Monday night game. What a crappy Monday night game that they decided to have. You have the Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if Marcus Mariota is going to play. Doesn't really matter. I think Tennessee should win this game at home, and it's on a Monday night. I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans to beat the Colts in Week 6. As for other teams, the Buffalo Bills, the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Dallas Cowboys, and the Seattle Seahawks, they're on a bye this week. Those are my picks for the week. But as a quick recap, here's what I'm going to tell you as my final picks for Week 6. Here we go. For tonight's game, Panthers over the Eagles. For Sunday's games, the Ravens over the Bears, Houston Texans over the Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers over the Vikings, New Orleans Saints over the Lions, Atlanta Falcons over the Dolphins, New England Patriots over the Jets, Washington Redskins over the 49ers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the Cardinals, Jaguars over the Rams, Kansas City Chiefs over the Pittsburgh Steelers, Oakland Raiders over the Los Angeles Chargers, Denver Broncos over the New York Giants, and the Tennessee Titans over the Colts. Those are my picks for Week 6. Let me know on who you think is going to win Week 6 games. Until next time, I'm Matthew. Enjoy the blog!